they end up going to the bedroom and they end up having sex, because all I heard was moan, and it was so freaking awkward. Especially like this guy that was teaching me like how to golf, I feel like he probably thought that he was next, like it's our turn. But babes, welcome to my channel. In today's video I'll be doing a story time, and this story time is about an OnlyFans collab that gone wrong. By the way, make sure to subscribe. We are almost close to 200 subscribers. This just shows that you support my channel, and also subscription is free. Let's get into this video. I'm gonna talk about the beginning on how we met, and then later on I'm gonna follow along with the juicy details. So this was on Memorial Day. I'm just getting ready, you know, I'm dressing up, looking cute, single, ready to mingle. The apartment that I was at, there was like a lounge area. I went downstairs and I'm just in a cabana and I'm just chilling on my phone. This guy that came up to me and he was like, "Why you're alone? Join us," because it was like a group of men that was like doing like a barbecue. There was like only like one woman, which her name is Cynthia in this video. I'm not gonna like mention the real name. Cynthia is gonna be the person I'm gonna talk about in this video. I went over there and continued talking to this guy that invited me, and later on Cynthia ended up starting a conversation with me, and it was like a few conversation. It wasn't like really long. Group plan was to go to the strip club. So I'm like, the strip club, like, okay, this could be like my first time. I always wanted to go to the strip club, but I don't really have anybody to go with. The women that were working there, they're really beautiful. The guy that I was with, he encouraged me to like some dancers dance on you. Like, I'm a shy person, I don't like too much attention on me, but I had like one drink, and maybe the drink helped me to loosen up a little bit. So about like 3 dancers like have like a different like session with me, and I had a great time. Like, I was like slapping asses, I even touched on a woman's boobs, and never seen a person that was like naked like that. And one of the dancers asked me if it was my birthday, and I'm like, no, because maybe she was curious, because it was like so many women that wanted to like dance on me. So by the way guys, I'm bisexual. The guy that I was with told Cynthia that I'm bisexual. She's like, I forgot what she said, but suddenly she ended up putting her hand on my thigh, and I'm like, whoa. But I didn't really think too deep about it. We end up exchanging numbers, and that's when progressed with, you know, us just hanging out and everything. But before all of that, there was this dancer. Well, the guy that she was with is in the group. So one of the dancers ended up dancing on him, and the way how she was dancing on him, it was like, basically you can just call it like they were having sex. She ended up getting jealous and then walked off out of the club. I think she told me like, be right back, and then she just left. And I'm just like wondering like, what's going on? Like, is she okay? Later on I end up going out there and trying to like make her feel better. You don't need this person, you know, like a person shouldn't do that. Like, he clearly should have just been like no, or even just ask you to just if it's okay. And I even talked to the guy also, be like, what you did is not right. It was getting late. I had to tell Cynthia like, I gotta go home, text me when you reach home so know that you are safe. And I think maybe like I text her, or maybe she texts me to be like, you know, she's at home now and everything. I'm gonna tell you guys like the main events when we went out. She invited me to her house. We're here, we just hanging out, and you know, she was like naked. Like, I don't know, I really feel like she probably was giving me hints that she liked me, but she's not really my type, and I just don't like the way how she's the type of person just hop from people to people, so that's like a no for me. She was just getting ready. We were like going to a place called Top Golf. We went to Top Golf. I was eating like it's like a lemon pepper wings with, I think, with fries, and in the beginning like that thing was like salty, so I had to ask for like a new one without all that salt. But we end up meeting these two guys that she invited, and we were just doing our golf. Like, I don't know how to golf, so one of the guys ended up teaching me like how to do it. They were on Instagram Live. The interesting part, this woman, I don't know, maybe she felt some type of way. She ended up coming to Top Golf. Like, this is his ex. I didn't even know that. She was asking me if she can talk to him, so I'm like, okay. She talked to him, and suddenly she ended up lashing out. She was saying all this stuff, and what stood out the most was when she said, "You ate me out of my period." I'm like, oh my God. And at the same time, like, there were other people out there. Somebody probably was eating, and can you imagine having to hear all of that? The guy ended up walking off, and then she ended up following him. Suddenly, like, I never get to even eat my lemon pepper wings. Like, I'm a foodie. Cynthia was like, you know what, let's go. Like, just leave the wings, like, you know, let's go. End up leaving, and outside the cops end up showing up. She ended up getting handcuffed, and that was it for that day. The two guys and Cynthia and me end up going to her place, chilling. The person that she talking to, they end up going to the bedroom, and they end up having sex, because all I heard was moan, and it was so freaking awkward. Especially like this guy that was teaching me like how to golf, he actually liked me. I feel like he probably thought that he was next, like it's our turn, but I'm like, no, we still trying to, like, you know, flirt with me and everything. We end up watching TV. It was getting late, so I end up leaving, and I wanted to say bye to her, but they end up sleeping. Like, Cynthia and that guy she was with, they were in the room, end up sleeping. So I just make sure to just, you know, leave. And it was hard to get out of that building because the parking lot is inside the apartment. I'm trying to have like a photographic memory on how to get out of this place. Finally end up finding like an exit, and it took me like the back side of the apartment, so I had to like take like a cab, and it was like late, you know. It was like really spooky. Like the next day, I think it was her birthday the next day, and she told me that, or maybe it wasn't her birthday, I don't know, but she told me that her car was missing. I felt like sorry for her. I'm like, the people at the apartment check the cameras to see who it is. It was always something when we went out. When we were in her car, like before it was stolen, she's a bad driver, like, to be honest. I'm never gonna get into this woman's car ever again. Like, I never felt so afraid in my life. When we were in the car, there was like this car to the side, and it was like a van, and they have like the car door open. Pass by, if she's gonna notice, like observing to see. So when it's like close, it was like a reaction, like she was like, oh, you know, like, oh shoot. The car door could have hit me in my face, like glass would have been in my face. I would have probably been in the emergency room. Like, it was like so close to the car door, and she's passing by when she was on the street. And it's not gonna like sit down and let that happen, but I'm just like observing, you know. I ended up going to like some person's place, and it was like a group of men. Her birthday, she had like two friends. There was like one that was like, she lived in a different state, and she ended up coming over here. And then there's this other one, like she lived here. I'm gonna call, let me see, what would be their names? Let's just say Maria and Jess. Let's just call them those names. So we went to somebody's house, and it was like different men also. And, you know, we just chilling. They was like smoking some hookah, you know, we were drinking, you know, we were just having a great time. At one point we ended up sitting around a table, and this guy was asking me like what do I do? And you know guys how I usually do, like I'm over here lying. So I'm like, I do like marketing. That's what I told him. And he was like, you know, like what school did you go to? I'm just making up anything. I'm like, I went to Georgia Tech. And he was like we were having like a whole debate, like basically so like they like marketing, like they don't do that for Georgia Tech. But I'm over here, I'm standing firm, like listen, I go to Georgia Tech, okay? Like make this story believable. Like I'm not changing anything up. I'm like, I went to Georgia Tech and I studied in marketing. That's it. Like I'm standing 10 toes down still, like even if I'm wrong. That guy that asked me the question, Cynthia trying to get with him. Guys, I know, right? It's just so many men that she just end up hopping on. Cynthia texts me like, I think he like you, LOL. And just like laugh it off. So the group of guy friends that's there, one of the friend end up giving us a ride to go to the concert, you know, at the State Farm Arena. It's like a R&B concert. You know, it was fun. And then we went to the club. At the time she was talking about inviting me, like a group of us, to like go to Florida. Kind of like wanted to go, but at the same time I'm like, I don't know. And my mom was like telling me like not to go because I don't know these people. And I really feel like that's true. Think about it, to like with me missing like a lot of days for work, and you know, if I'm there, you don't know what could happen. You always hear people going on trips and they're not friends anymore. I told her like, oh, I'm not gonna go, you know, I have work. And she was like, you know, like that same guy that she was trying to get with, she told me like he can pay for a trip, and also like my work, like he's gonna take care of everything. I'm still like, no, like no thank you. When things went downhill was when I'm over here, I'm working. After when I finish work, I getting ready for bed. I usually put my phone on do not disturb, and like in the morning time when I see all these messages and missed calls from Cynthia, some of the messages was like, did you see him online? You didn't charge your phone because you're with him. And I'm like, this woman is crazy. I end up calling her and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I put my phone on do not disturb, you know, I was working, I'm tired, like I don't want to be, you know, woken up. That's why I put my phone on do not disturb. And it's like I'm trying to like show her proof that I don't have any attraction to this guy. Like I don't even know his name, like I don't even have his number. So how the hell you're gonna accuse me with all these type of stuff? You know, it took a while for her to just stop being angry. I really feel like after that we didn't end up meeting with each other anymore. Got to mention this important thing. This is like, I think before she ended up with her lashing out, end up trying to like do a collab, end up taking photo shoots together. I can't really like edit so quickly and then put it on there because first of all, I need to do editing, that takes a while, and second, you had to like make the person sign, you know, like a agreement that this person can be on your page. You know, I told her like, you know, there's steps to it. You know, because she was asking me like, you know, are people buying this stuff, you know, da 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 da. I wanted both of us to do camming together, you know, it would be fun. Try to get her on my account also, so whenever we do our shows, we can just split the money. But for some reason with the campsites, like each and every one of them, they deny it. They talk about her passport is like altered. Honestly, I really thought that that was God's protection. Like, don't do any business with this person. forward back again to the story with her just lashing out and everything. That's finished. The next time she over here showing pictures of her getting her nails done, and she's showing like her going to the Jamaican restaurant with that guy, and she makes sure she took a picture of the Jamaican flag just to, I don't know, maybe to like make me jealous, but I really don't even pay any mind to it. I talked to her on the phone again, and I'm like, not doing this collab anymore. And she was like, oh, you know, she's above that. Mind you, she was doing OnlyFans before, so she claimed. For her saying that, like, you're really a hypocrite. I confronted her to tell her, like, I didn't like how you was telling me that, oh, it's always the quiet ones. Really disrespectful to me. So she was like, sorry, I don't want this to ruin our friendship. After that conversation ended, I still felt some type of way. You was still throwing shade, and like, that's when I'm like, yeah, I'm done with this. And also another thing, with the photo shoot that we did, this was at her house. I posted one of my picture on Instagram, only me, you know, with my lingerie at her house, and she was like, my place looks so beautiful. And I'm like, why would you even say something like that? It's like, it's not like I'm claiming that it's like it's my house or something like that, you know. It's not like you're saying like, oh, your picture looked nice, but she talking about her house. I gave her like a $50 gift card on Shein, and I make sure with my smart ways I end up taking that gift card back. You know, this is like a gift card online. I'll make sure I take it back, return to sender, and I end up spending all of that money on myself. I think I said like I don't want to be friends with her no more or something like that. With her email, it notified her about the gift card. So my camera ended up dying. I had to record on my iPhone. Back to the story. Looks like she notified her in her email about the gift card, and she texts me, be like, oh, thank you for the gift card, I'm gonna use it. Jokes on her that's already used it. You gotta be quicker than that. I'm like, good luck using that gift card because I used it. Ooh, after that, she ended up cussing me out, talking about I'm a lost girl, boasting about her penthouse, and she was just calling me an ugly duckling. When she said all of that, I didn't even respond. I'm like, I'm not gonna respond to the foolishness. You can easily get your penthouse and the next time it's all gone. You know what I mean? She needs to humble herself because like, you're no better than me. She was just still continuing. At one point she called me on like a no caller ID. Like basically she seemed like an annoying ex that keep on hunting you down. That's what she was behaving. So when I answered that call, you know, she was like, why the aminosity? And I'm just like, I just hung up on her ass. I cussed her out. Like, I was just sick and tired of it. Just tired of her, you know, just rambling. And that's when I blocked her. My advice for you guys is when you do like a collab or something, it doesn't even have to be a collab, but make sure you get to know a person really good. Don't jump into things real quick. With me, I could have been a type of person that could have stayed there because this person know the hot spots to like where to go. You just stay in a friendship like that because that's not even a friendship. This person clearly is jealous. You have to just know when to let go of people. I remember Cynthia told me that she had issue with her friend. This is the one that's live out of state, and she come over here like for her birthday, and she was staying with her. Jess and Maria was liking the same guy, and it looks like Maria end up, I don't know, maybe like talking to him or just for some type of way. And she flew out early. Like she was packing her bags while Cynthia was sleeping, and then it's like Cynthia ended up Like she woke up and asking just like why she leaving. Then once she reached home, she ended up lashing out on Cynthia, talking about her house is a revolving door. And you know what? It actually is. Like Cynthia she said that, you know, like with me, I didn't want to like spend money, like something like that. I don't know if this is like true or not. I could have asked Cynthia to show me the text, but that really wasn't on my mind. She was just making it up. But if it was really real, if she really wrote that, like with me, at that time, like we were like in a cab and it was like certain amount of money. And with me, I think I didn't have like cash. Like it was like on card. And like he didn't accept like card payments. Like I don't know, like some issue. But we're at a club like on our birthday. I forgot to mention this. People that gave us a ride when we were at the club, Cynthia made them go to their house, you know, like especially late at that time. I don't know why. Like everybody was just like, because it was like a lot of people, like some people were sitting on top of one another, like on their lap in a car. And remember, like people have been drinking, the driving, it was dangerous. And once we reached to their home, I was sort to just get up and go. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, why am I here? End up requesting a cab, and Cynthia was telling me like, I don't want to be here. I had to save them for them to go home. I make sure that the cab drop to Cynthia's place so all of them can like go and just be there and to like my place. Come to find out, Cynthia was blaming me for taking her car. Like nobody doesn't even want your car. Like missing side view mirror too. Like can you imagine, like you want to boast all this stuff but you don't have all of your stuff in check. Like you see how I am and you're blaming me that I stole your car. You're missing side view mirror. That was it for the story time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I'm not like all over the place because a lot of stuff happened in that same month. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.